Have you ever pondered on the legitimacy of the Pope's authority, tracing back to St. Peter? This is a question that has been asked by many, and today we're going to delve into it. It's a common debate, questioning whether the authority granted to Peter, the first Pope, was indeed passed down to his successors. This concept, known as Apostolic Succession, is a fundamental belief in the Catholic Church. It's the belief that the 12 apostles, chosen by Jesus, passed their spiritual authority down to their successors, the bishops, and this line of succession continues unbroken to the present day. This is why every pope, from the current one to the very first, St. Peter, is considered a successor to the apostles. But some question this. They ask, even if Peter had authority, does it mean that it was passed on to the later popes? So, can this authority really be traced back from pope to pope, all the way to St. Peter? Let's dive into the Catholic Apologist's response to this intriguing question. The Apologist's argument hinges on Jesus' command to Peter and the apostles to preach the gospel to all nations. Now, the only way they could fulfill this divine mandate was if their authority, their divine commission, was passed on to successors. It's in the book of Acts chapter 1 verses 24 and 25, where we find a hint of this succession. The apostles prayed, "You, Lord, who know the hearts of all, show which one of these two you have chosen to take place in this apostolic ministry." This verse implies a succession of authority, a passing on of the apostolic ministry from one person to another. Drawing an analogy, the apologist likens this to how Americans can trace each president back to George Washington. Similarly, Catholics can trace the lineage of popes back to Peter, the first pope. Just as Americans can trace each president back to George Washington, Catholics can trace each pope back to Peter. Let's delve deeper into the scriptural references that support the Catholic apologist's argument. We begin with Luke 22 verses 31-32, where Jesus tells Peter, "Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has demanded to sift all of you like wheat, but I have prayed that your own faith may not fail, and once you have turned back, you must strengthen your brothers." This verse indicates the unique role given to Peter, not just for his time, but to be continued by his successors. Next, we move to Acts 1 verse 20 and 14 verse 23. Here we see the apostles praying for guidance in choosing a successor, showing that the apostolic ministry was intended to continue beyond the original apostles. Lastly, 1 Timothy 3 verses 1-7 provides qualifications for bishops, implying the ongoing need for church leadership. With these scriptural references, we can see the basis for the belief in apostolic succession in the Catholic Church.